Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. Frozenbyte Games just released this pre-alpha gameplay footage of Starbase. It's an announcement for a game that's coming out in 2019, as in this year. They aren't saying anything more detailed except 2019, so who knows when we're going to see it, but oh my word, it looks amazing. I am super stoked about this. It's everything I want in a game. Let's take a look. I wanted to look at a few details and see what kind of stuff we're going to be seeing in this game. First of all, I'm noticing, look at the size of this base. I mean, this is like huge. There's so much stuff going on. It looks like they've got robots for character models. That's awesome. Lots of gestures so you can interact with other people nicely. We've got buying and selling and trading. We've got a building mechanic of some kind that allows us to make our own designs and build things up, very much like Space Engineers. This is a really interesting mechanic right there. And this is where I really wanted to pause. So this is not just a game where you're going to be sticking stuff together. You can really get in there and get to the nitty-gritty, it looks like. I'm seeing that obviously there's some sort of programming language involved. It's using this fairly standard-ish basic format, you know, if commands and that kind of thing. So if you know some programming, it'll be really easy to pick up. If you don't know programming, it's going to be fairly easy to learn. That's good. I'm also seeing that there's a couple other details in this. Look at this. There's a battery life. So there's going to have to be some sort of battery management, or maybe you'll have to be connected to a central source or that kind of thing. And then we've got a line read speed. This is a cool idea. So each one of these is going to take 0.2 seconds. So to read this whole code, you could do it twice a second, basically. And that's plenty for some sort of button push, you know, if button is 1, then door open kind of thing. That's nice and easy. Not a big deal, but for more complex scripts, you're going to need something that reads a lot faster than that. So maybe there are going to be upgrades. That would be cool. I'm excited about that. Yeah, so this is what he's working on. So there's the code right there. And we've got door and lights. And it looks like he's got a whole bunch of other of these programmable block sort of things. And then, of course, we've got the door here. If you press this, is that a button? Maybe. So if you press this button, it runs, then the code will notice you've pressed it and open the door. It'll toggle on off kind of thing. I like that idea. I want this kind of interaction. It reminds me a lot of Stationeers, but not quite as, I don't know, overly complex. That's one thing I didn't like about Stationeers. They didn't really just have a way to just type in code. You had to basically create code out of hardware components, and which was fine. You know, it was fun, but it can get really overwhelming really quickly. So let's move on, see what else there is in here. Oh, there you go. So he presses the button and the door closes. Yay. What was all that? Hang on. Gotta go back. Come on. There we go. So then what is this? So he's kind of finishing building that up. I see wires in here. Okay. So there's going to actually have to be connections. This is it's almost like takes Space Engineers and Stationeers and, I don't know, maybe even a bit of Empyrean and cram it all together. And I am liking this so far. This has got to be some sort of power generation. Ooh, hang on, let's go back again. Look at this. Okay, is it just me, or is this entire console created piece by piece? Like, that would be amazing if all of the, like, okay, I'm just, like, a little bit in shock now. I mean, none of these are labeled, but I'm sure that the idea, oh yeah, wait, hang on. So this is just up, but this one is up and down. This one's got up and down. Maybe, oh, this one's 0. So this kind of lever allows for it to be zeroed out, and it can go positive or negative. This one, the 0 is at the bottom. You can actually see it on this part. So that's the 0 point, and this is the 0 point. So you've got a positive, negative ability, and then you've got just positive ability. And then this is left and right, which is literally just one of these turned on its side. Okay, yeah, you're able to make your own consoles in this game, it looks like. That's amazing. And then this is cool, fully destructible asteroids. So they're actually mining these out just by hand. And then right here, they're actually using, it looks like they've got a couple of lasers on a rotor. And they've created the ability to kind of make this circular shape. I'm really hoping that that's not something pre-built. That's something that somebody decided to do. And then they're storing it here. Oh, and then I saw another thing. Hang on. One more second. And then look. Oh, okay. I thought that was another of the exact same. Nope. Look over here. That's another one of that same lever that's from the cockpit. So, yeah, that is actually the same. It's a different kind of lever. I'm betting this is either some kind of button, dial, or possibly a speaker to make noise of some kind. This, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but that looks exactly like a large transformer. So that could be a transformer. It could be a light voltage transformer, that is, not Optimus Prime. There's so many little details in this video. I want to stop every few seconds. Okay, so this is where they get into the whole battle thing. It is an MMO, and the idea, I guess, is going to be a huge universe where you can make your, your own mark, but there is going to be a private server option of some kind. That's just in the description of the video. Okay, here's another thing we can take a look at. So this is a little HUD here, and it looks like it's actually, this is one screen, and then this is a second screen that's maybe taller. It's hard to say. And they've kind of connected them together. We got a left and right slider, hatch and shoot, and then ammo and heat. Oh, there's going to be a whole heat function in this. Signal strength. And message stop 1. Don't know what that means. Lots of explosions. Explosions are always good. Same messages, completely different HUD. That's very cool. Do you see that? He got hit, and it took out a chunk of his plating. Let's see if I can... There we go. By the way, the teacher in me says I should let you guys know that it's comma and period to move forward and backward frame by frame in YouTube. So yeah, he gets hit right there, and you can see that the first hit takes out one piece, and then he gets hit again, and it's taking out like bits and chunks. I mean, it's like a whole little tiny Minecraft world. These little cubes here. And I like that. That's really cool. And then earlier on, we saw that scene where the guy was building up what looked like a giant gyroscope or something. And so, in theory, he'll be able to come back and this can be fixed up just by, firing a repair gun or something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so this is the same. This is a different angle on the same HUD that we saw before, and there's another controller down there. That's cool. Oh, and he jumped out. Okay, so this is a hinge. And he just shot the hinge and then pulled the door off and threw it. That's cool. This is obviously staged. It has to be. But it's kind of cool. Anyway, he took a chunk off of the back of this chair, and then the guy lifted his arms. But I'm looking at some of these other things in here. So they got all kinds of connections, and can't quite see what these things say, but I want to turn my head. It's like, no, can't read it. Okay. All kinds of wires connecting. Oh, this is so cool. I hope you guys are half as excited as I am. I'm just looking at, so a lot of it's blue, and then there's some green connections. And I'm wondering if those have just been painted differently, or if those are intrinsically different types of connections. Power and, gas or something like that. Who knows? Some sort of fuel line connector. I don't know. Lots of stuff going on. Oh, there you go. Some actual collision damage. That looks really good. That looks a lot more realistic than Space Engineers. I saw this the first time I watched this video. This guy is actually running on the wall. So what's going on there? Don't know. Could be that they're all using mag boots of some kind. I don't know. But the capability's there. This, I don't know what it is. Okay. Yeah, calling in the big guns. So this guy down here appears to be controlling possibly all of these guns. He's got another one of these custom control panel things going on. And as he turns, so do the guns a little bit behind him, though, I'm noticing. Not sure why. Like they're not synced up properly. Or maybe he's actually controlling a completely different gun. Who knows? Oh, another scene of one of these guys upside down. You can see this guy over here is upside down. So there's got to be some sort of, I don't know, magnet boot or localized gravity or something. I love this. This guy's pulled up a piece of the floor and is using it as a shield. That's cool. And that guy just shot through the door and then shot the guy on the other side of the door. Also cool. And then the sad music starts. And just like any engineering style thing, they decide to rebuild. Yay! And I like how they're sticking armor just like to anything and all crosswise and whatnot. And then rivets of some kind. Oh, that place is a mess. And they're carrying things around. There you go. And there's that repair gun thing. And that's it. Frozenbyte, I hope that you can deliver on this. It looks amazing. I'm super excited. I don't normally get really excited about games. If anyone has suggested a game, if somebody has sent me a link to a game and said, hey, this one's coming and it looks amazing, I tend to kind of go, okay, yeah. Well, when it comes out, I'll take a look at it. Yeah. Because I've seen so many games come and go. I don't know. And so many don't live up to the hype. And so I don't get too excited until other people start getting excited. This one has me excited. I'm really hoping that Starbase makes sure that it keeps that programming concept as well as keeping that very intricate detail. I mean, like the fact that you can fire a gun and take out a chunk of a piece of metal that's not like a predetermined damage indicator. It's actually that chunk that you hit with your weapon. There's all kinds of things in there that just look amazing and also could be very problematic. So we will see just how amazing it is, or if it just falls flat. Anyway, I've got a link to the original video down in the description. I've also got a link to their Steam page. And if you're as excited about this as I am, go over and wishlist this thing and let them know that you're excited about it. Because they need to know that these engineering style games, while they may not be attractive to like the masses, there is a large contingent of people that are interested in them. And the gaming studios out there, they seem to want to dumb everything down for the lowest common denominator. And, you know, those games tend to be fun. Don't get me wrong. I like playing those kinds of games, but I also really, really love engineering. As you know, if you're watching my videos, you know that that's my thing. I love to come up with crazy contraptions and whatnot, and I'm really hoping that they're going to let us do that. And if you want to talk about this, come on over to the Discord server, which there's also a link to in the description, and drop by the video feedback channel. That's the one that is going to be where there's going to be a discussion happening, I'm sure. So other than that, I don't have anything else to say, except I'll see you next time on Epik Tech.